Hello, this is Dan.
And Phil.
What do you like, Sam?
Stop littering.
You are listening to BBC Radio 1, where for the next hour, some of the biggest stars of the internet take control of your radio.
Ow, Charlie!
I am Charlie McDonald.
My name's Jack Howard.
And I'm Dean Dobbs.
It's a Leo Pluro Dan, Charlie.
Is this thing on?
This is the Internet Takeover.
When was the last time you heard a clarinet on Radio 1?
BBC Radio 1.
So, hello, you are listening to the Internet Takeover. My name's Jack Howard.
And I'm Dean Dobbs.
And this is Jack and Dean, a duo that are mostly people's second favourite duo on the internet.
Oh, well, who's the first?
I don't like to talk about it.
It's Dan and Phil, isn't it?
Well, I don't like to say the names, Dean.
All right, sorry.
But like I say, this is our last ever Internet Takeover. And it is a sad thing, obviously, but it's also, you know, it's the start of something new.
Yeah, I mean, we've got no plans, but I'm sure there's probably something new.
They can't stop us, the BBC. We've got passes.
Yeah.
We can get in whenever we want.
We can come in, eat their food.
No, well, don't say stuff like that to us. Our producer's threatening us on air. Can't do that. But yeah, like, we've got stuff going on. What are you on about? We've got a series coming out.
Oh, yeah.
We've got...
I forgot.
That's it. That's sort of it. That's sort of all we got planned. And then when that's done, I don't know what's next.
We're going to watch some films. I'm probably going to sleep.
Yeah. You do like that.
Yeah, I do like sleeping.
But so we don't stay sad, we're going to talk about stuff on the show today that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And what makes you happy, Dean? What makes me happy? We share a common interest.
Pets.
Dogs.
Specifically dogs.
Specifically dogs, but we are going to be talking about pets. We're later on going to be using the hashtag PetTales.
Yep.
And how is that spelled?
Tales.
Yeah.
But we will accept Tails.
If you want to make a pun.
Yeah,
but we avoided that because we're above puns.
We're above puns.
That's
Everybody is.
Yeah, well, not everybody, Dean, let's be honest.
Yeah, that is true.
But on the show as well, we're also going to be playing some banging tunes, like we always do. We pick the tunes on this show. And the last one we heard was Wolfpack, which is one of Dean's favourite bands.
I love them very, very much. We were in LA the other week, and the day we left, they were playing. And I was like, oh, they don't leave the US, typically.
Right.
So I was like, damn.
Aggressive.
So cheerful.
BBC Radio 1.
So that was Chasing Status with Slaves with Control, a song that my mum picked. My mum's, since I've started working here, has started like becoming more relevant with music than I have.
Getting on the level with the kids.
Yeah, literally, she's more with it than I am.
Okay.
Genuinely, she recommended me that song, and I was like, Mom, why have I not heard this and you have?
Isn't this the second time she's asked for a slave song?
Yeah, she likes Slaves a lot.
Yes, they're so aggressive. Like,
I can't imagine my mum listening to that.
No,
my mum dances around Villa Pools to
that's
ABBA.
not my plan. I don't want to be that man. Make these beans.
But yes, as we've mentioned before, This is our last Internet Takeover show. The very last one is... Thank you. Our very last one is... The very last Internet Takeover show is next week. This is our last ever one that we're doing. Who knows what's going to happen next? But so that we don't all get too sad, because I know you at home listening to this are like, oh, what am I going to do with my every third Monday of the month?
My third Monday of the month specifically.
Ruined.
But yeah, we thought, how do we cheer people up? And what better way than to use animals to do that?
That cheers me up.
Yeah.
Just seeing a dog on the street.
I know, you get stupid when dogs are around.
I change.
Like,
I go somewhere else.
You talk to, because I've never seen you talk to a baby, but you talk to dogs the same way you would a baby.
Sure.
I mean, I find myself doing that anyway. But we figured, why don't you tell us some lovely pet stories? Use the hashtag PetTales.
I'm tweeting as we go now.
Lovely. Okay, just to clarify, the hashtag is pet. TALES. There's no pun. I'm just going to keep saying that over and over again. I really don't want to be associated with a pun.
So I've just tweeted the best, I think maybe the best dog story ever.
Oh, okay.
It literally is a dog on the news.
Okay.
People may have seen this before, so I've just tweeted it anyway so that people could see it.
Me.
That's it's, I mean, Dean, it's a dog on the news. It's on BBC News.
Oh, it's
a dog called Bounce.
Yeah, Bounce.
And they describe him as dog.
That's what he is.
Didn't you say? I think you've mentioned this to me before. He was on the news again.
Yeah, he was on the news again, and it said "good boy" underneath it. Because he is a good boy. Who's a good boy? Should we just do that to the nation?
Yeah.
Who's a good boy?
Go on then.
And girl, whatever you want.
I have a pet story of my own.
Go for it.
I have a dog. My favourite thing is when pets are just called human names.
Dave the dog.
Dave the dog, yeah. My dog is a little white Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Nice.
Her name's Zoe.
I know her.
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I love her.
In a video once, you were her.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I embodied that.
Which is weirder to say than it actually is in the video. But yeah, she's called Zoe. Daisy, what's your dog called? Nelly. That's quite a dog name. What was your dog called when you had him?
Rudy.
Is that a dog name? That's quite doggy.
I don't know. It suited him though.
Yeah?
He was a Rudy guy. He was.
I want to hear more about him.
You will
later.
I've got stories for days, my friend.
We haven't got days. We've got 45 minutes. But yeah, when we first got Zoe, when she was a little puppy, we live. Well, my mum lives right near a train line, so trains go past regularly. That happens all the time. And Zoe was outside in the garden, sort of exploring for the first time. She's still a pup. She's not one yet.
Yeah.
A train goes past, and she gets so scared that she scatters herself towards the house, towards what she thinks is an open space, but is actually a patio door. And she just goes, boom, and it's just like the most cartoony thing I've ever seen a dog do in real life.
What if it was a past life? What if she had a past life and had a connection with a train?
Sure.
And she was like, not this again.
No.
And then hit the patio door and even more curiously said, not this again.
I just think dogs are stupid. Here's Rally Ritchie with The Greatest.
Who isn't stupid?
No, we love him. Riley Ritchie with the greatest on BBC Radio 1. You're listening to Jack and Dean on the Internet Takeover.
BBC Radio 1's Big Weekend, Exeter.
Bloody, that sounds epic, doesn't it?
It's like the air horn just came in.
I just felt shock in the living in my world right now.
Radio 1!
So it is true. Radio 1's big weekend is happening again on Saturday the 28th of May and Sunday the 29th of May.
Yeah, and it's bigger than ever.
Oh, wow.
Who
Nick
else?
Jonas.
Nick Jonas.
You're a big fan.
Obviously. It's his right to be hellish. He still gets jealous, obviously. Yeah.
I'm wondering why Riley Ritchie isn't going to be there, though.
He's busy.
We'll ask him.
He's saving Westeros, man.
We sort of know Riley Ritchie, and he's just a big nerd.
He is. Going to go see Civil War with him, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. But you know what? The big weekend sounds exciting as well. And here's a mashup of everything that's going to be there. Maybe not everything, but most things. Well, that sounds great.
BBC Radio 1.
What I'm hoping is that they can get all the people that are going to the big weekend on stage at the same time
To perform that
to
song.
recreate that.
And just Iggy Azalea going, wah, 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 wah.
She sounds like Waluigi.
She does.
From Mario.
Iggy Azalea.
So if you want to go to that, I'm afraid you can't because all the tickets have sold out. But
do you like Dev?
Here's the hope. Here's the little thread of hope.
Yeah, do you like Dev and do you like competitions? Because on Saturday at 8 a.m, Dev is doing a ticket giveaway.
Yeah.
So if you like that, well, that's your 8 a.m. on Saturday sorted, isn't it? Surely.
There you go. Have you got nothing else on Saturday?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the big weekend?
I do. I mean, yeah.
I mean, because, like...
I've already met Brendan Urie, who can do it again. I'll go, do you remember me? He'd be like, no. I want to meet Matt Healy from 1975.
Or your little man crushers.
Probably recite me a poem or something like that. I don't know.
I want to go. I want to see Biffy Clyro live. I've never seen Biffy Clyro live.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing other.
I've seen them 4 times, I think. Yeah,
well,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did it. I said 4 times if I didn't know, but I had a massive grin on my face when I said it.
Yeah. You're just remembering all 4 times.
All the classic times I've had.
You know what? I don't want to. It's a good thing this is our last radio show, Dean, because I don't want to talk to you anymore.
That's fine. Whatever.
Anyway, but we do have to talk to each other though because we're contractually obligated. Right, okay. We're talking about pets at the moment because we don't want to focus on sad things because it is our last internet takeover, just so you know. Yeah. But we're not focusing on that, even though we keep saying
we're using pets as a shield for our emotions.
Which is what we all do.
Do you want me to read some user-based
Yes, we're using the hashtag pet tails, by the way. Tails is in the story, not as in the thing you wag.
So here we go. So Lauren says, my snake has been missing in my house for like 3 years.
What?
I mean, one, look after your animals. Two, how do you know it's still there? And three, if it is still there, why is it still in the house? What's it feeding?
Also, a fourth point, why are you still in the house? Move out.
Yeah, that's
Lauren,
true.
move out.
As far as I'm concerned, the house belongs to the snake. Really bizarre one from Kate. My dog has a fear of tents.
How do you know that?
I mean, I'm assuming they bark at tents.
Sure.
I thought maybe there's a segue, between Zoe's fear of trains and this dog's fear of tents.
Sure.
Maybe there's like a past.
Yeah, they can meet up.
Maybe that dog was on a camping trip and it didn't go.
Why have you got an obsession with pets having past lives?
Because, the ends. I keep thinking of ends and I'm like, animals are a means.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Means, oh, Jesus.
But yeah, what else have we got?
I've got another little story as well.
I'll do it.
Well, I haven't got a story. I want to try and get you to tell a story. I'm going to try and remember, see if you can remember this. Dean, you had a dog called Rudy. You mentioned this earlier on the show.
I did, indeed.
Now, your dog didn't like being watched when it was going to the bathroom.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It was really weird. That animal was weird. Like, I didn't know. Yeah, it used to it used to sort of sit and do its business. And if you looked at it, he'd just bark at you. And you're like, oh, self-conscious, are we? Naked animal in the middle of the dirt. Yeah, he was a weird dog.
Didn't he once climb on the fence like a cat?
Yeah, he went missing, and we were like, where's he gone? And then for like an hour he was gone, and we thought that was it. And we look, and he's just sort of balancing on the fence like a cat. And my dad just goes, oi, and then he just falls into next door's garden. He was a joke of an animal. A parody of what a dog should be.
If you've got any stories like this, please either text or tweet in. I want to read out a few more funny ones. But here...
And also, if you have any pictures of your pets, send those.
Yeah.
It's mostly a selfish thing. I just want to see your animals.
Right now, here is Weezer with Island in the Sun. Weezer, Island in the Sun on BBC Radio 1. That was a very nice one. Daisy, our co-producer. Are you a co-producer? I don't know what you are. Assistant producer. Just said that she had that as an alarm clock. That wouldn't get me out of bed.
No, I'd like stare at the ceiling and pretend I was in an indie movie or something for a little bit.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So right now we are using the hashtag Pet Tales to talk about pets, to make ourselves feel better about life, and also because this is our last ever Radio 1 show on the Internet Takeover.
Yeah.
Thank you for the sympathy. The sympathy is getting more every time. I
Yeah.
really do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Just to clarify, it is spelt pet, T-A-L-E-S.
The
Once
story,
again, I
not the thing you
refuse to be associated with a pun. But do you want me to read some more user-based pet stories?
Yes, please do.
Wicked. Okay. Where is it? Once my dog rolled down the stairs to chase a ball.
Wow, that's not...
I mean,
I was expecting something good there.
What do
Why
you
are
mean?
people tweeting that in?
I mean, I'm just saying that the dog is special. He's nice. He went, I'm going to chase that bouncing ball by rolling it down some stairs. Like, basically, there's so many
creating his own
variables in
fun.
that situation that I feel like they might not have that dog anymore. I'm just...
I've got one here from Liv. She says that her white boxer called Elvis, again,
Nice.
human names for animals is my favourite thing. So she says, my white boxer Elvis can't bark. He
Can't
tries, but it ends up as more of a frustrated sigh.
So just a sort of...
He sounds like all of us, really, doesn't he?
Are you sure it's a dog?
yeah, actually, that's a question. Follow-up question for Liv.
Granddad sat in the living room going, damn.
All of you as well, like, this is very much appreciated. You are just sending in pictures of dogs for me, and it makes good for me, but it doesn't make good radio.
Pictures.
Yeah. Like, I'm just looking at pictures of dogs.
I mean, I don't mind them. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the problem is with taking a selfie with an animal is that the animal's always going to take the limelight.
Oh my gosh.
What?
So, vlogging Phil, great. They've just tweeted in saying, I drew eyebrows on my dog Dexter. And I'm going to retweet this now, so if anyone follows me
And if the
at Jack Howard,
if the RSPCA want to get in touch,
oh my
then,
lord.
there you go.
I've got to say, his game is on point.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you got
also-
a picture?
Yeah, I've just retweeted it, look at it.
Okay.
Right, and also there's one picture of just Dexter. I assume this is Dexter with the eyebrows. And then there's another one, and the dog next to him, he looks really upset that he hasn't got involved. He's just laying there. Just go and look it on Twitter. And while we do that, we're going to play Craig David's "Love Yourself," who's a cover that he did in the live lounge.
He's also my favourite animal, coincidentally. Just play it.
I love myself, Dean.
I love me as well. And you.
No, that's not what the song's about.
1 BBC Radio 1.
We should write our own song. Is what I'm saying.
About...
Oh, you love me.
Okay, just me about loving you.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
yeah.
you could you do it now?
Okay. Jack Howard.
1 minute.
Oh,
I want you to,
Jack.
I want you to do it completely a cappella.
okay, cool. Jack Howard, you ain't no coward. You're my friend, sexy friend. There you go.
1 BBC Radio 1.
That was Dean Dobbs on BBC Radio
That was more
1
like a haiku
with,
than a song.
With, his new single, Sexy Jack Howard. Buy it now, it's on iTunes. Okay, so at the moment we're talking about pets. I don't know what that was. We're talking about pets because dogs make me happy. Literally, anyone who hangs out with me would tell you that when I see dogs, I literally just stop and say, dog. And
You go stupid.
Yeah, I you know how girls can get, broody? For like, when they
Yeah.
want babies. I get that about dogs.
You want to have puppies.
I want, I want one dog. But what the weird thing is, I'm allergic to dogs.
Right.
So it's this weird...
And you're allergic to women as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's this weird thing where, like, I want them, but then none of them will have me.
I feel like this is a metaphor for something. I'm not entirely sure. Is this really about pets?
What I've said as well is one of my favourite things is that when animals have human names. So, like...
Dave the dog.
Dave the dog. My dog's called Zoe.
Glenn the cat. Sorry.
One animal that never has a human name, and feel free to prove me wrong, is a hamster. My sister had a hamster. It was called Snuffles.
Well, I mean, I feel like I must interject and
All
tell
right.
you a little story. I'm going to get in so much trouble for this.
Oh, brilliant. Go on.
Okay.
So that show, who
So you
cares?
said a hamster, right?
Yeah, hamster. Never
Okay.
has a human name in my experience.
Yeah, well. So my sister had a hamster. It was called Bailey. I can already hear the yelling already.
We won't stop, Dean!
And that hamster unfortunately sadly passed away.
Sure.
And then she had another hamster. She called that Bailey. Obviously the morning wasn't finished, so we got it pretty soon. That one passed away. And then she had a child. And it was... And he's called... Yeah, you guessed it, Bailey. Yeah.
I completely knew that and completely forgot where that was going.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, to be fair, it was a hamster's name before a person.
Yeah, sure.
But then again...
Is she ever going to tell him that he was sort of named after a hamster?
No, because I requested to be the drunk uncle who goes, come here. Do you know where you got your name from? And he goes, Mum! Uncle D told me I got a name from a dead hamster.
It's not true. Don't listen to D. He's a mess. Didn't one of these... Was it one of these hamsters? Because I know the story about, like, a hamster that died in your house and was buried.
Okay.
Is it the same hamster?
I believe it was the second one.
Sure. But it was a Bailey.
Yeah, it was Bailey. Buried the hamster.
AC/DC Back in Black on BBC Radio 1.
1 million hours with BBC Radio 1.
You might remember that last December we started something pretty big and impressive. We launched a year-long campaign to get loads of you to give your time to good causes.
So we want to get you lot together to pledge 1 million hours of volunteering time to a charity, organisation or movement you feel passionate for. So far you've pledged hundreds of hours, but we need loads more.
There are so many organisations out there who rely on your time, and we want to make sure that you have a great experience too. Anyone can get involved. Go to the website where there is loads of information on different opportunities to get your attention.
And for the first time ever, we're working with 4 different charities. Cancer Research UK, Bernardo's Focus on Children, Oxfam, who focus on poverty and international issues, and Age UK, who are all about caring for those in later life, which is a really polite way of saying they're old.
You can have a look at the opportunities on bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. You can look at all the information there and how to pledge, how to sign up, all that sort of stuff. This is about spreading the word, so join the movement of 1 million hours. Hours.
You can't both do the echo.
Sorry.
1 million hours with BBC Radio 1.
1.
Years and years, I shut. BBC Radio 1, Jack and Dean saying words.
BBC Radio 1.
So right now we are going to finish up with the thing we've been doing, which is hashtag pet tales, as in the story, not the thing that wags, because Dean...
I don't want to be associated with a pun.
I don't mind it. I've come to like it, actually, as the hour's gone on, but
Yeah.
you know, Dean's very against it.
It takes more than an hour for something to grow on me. That's why I don't get on with most films. But yeah, do you want to... so I read some more stories
Yeah,
for
I
you?
want to hear what people have been saying about their pets.
All right, cool. So Martha says, my cat's so fat, we had to get him a small dog flap instead of a cat flap, and he still struggles. Just open the door for him.
Or stop feeding him.
Or stop feeding him.
These are two very, very good options, I think.
Yeah. Pets with human names. My first hamster was called Jeremy.
I just love it. I just love any animal with a human name. And a hamster, like, I mean, there's one here that says the hamster's name is Clive. And that, again, Jeremy, Clive.
Yeah.
Just hamsters with human
And
names, I think
there's
it's funnier than dogs with human names.
Jenny in Liverpool says, my hamster was called Hannah. So that's Hannah the hamster, which is a Disney Pixar character waiting to happen.
Yes, it is.
This one, it says, my hamster was called Joey, and I did the same thing. I had 4 hamsters, all Joeys.
Wow.
Loving the show.
Just don't...
It's nothing to do with pets, but I thought I'd...
Don't have a child and then name it Joey, because...
Well, because I'll be the drunk one at your party going, all 4 of you kids, do you want to know where you got your names from? Mom!
There's one here, Gabby on Twitter. She said, my Chihuahua Shelby likes laying down on top of my other dog, and I have a dog called Dave. This is great. I'm going to retweet that one as well, because there is a picture of a Chihuahua sleeping on top of another dog, and you might be picturing like a Labrador sort of big dog. It isn't. It's a sort of normal sized dog that a Chihuahua has climbed on.
I found one I quite like, actually, from Lucy. My cat Paddy will run from anywhere in the house to watch the toilet flush when he hears it.
It's like dogs that watch, and even children do as well, like watch the washing machine go around.
Oh, right. I was about to say, as a kid, I never watched the toilet flush. Oh, wow. Where does it all go?
Right, okay. So that was Pet Tales. Thank you very much for getting involved. Please do keep tweeting them. I'm going to be checking that after the show just to see where that goes.
I'm not.
I just enjoy pets. But yeah, this is... Thank you very much. I mean, what else can we say other than thank you very much for listening and watching for the time that we've been involved with Radio 1 on the Internet Takeover.
Yeah, this isn't goodbye.
This isn't the end.
They assure us we have more work coming in the future. But no, thank you for listening to our first, radio
venture
thing.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I don't know if I'm ever going to see a radio again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fandom's going to do.
But yeah, what else can we say other than thank you very, very much?
Thank you. I'll give you a little kiss.
I mean, yeah, you could do that.